Hello everybody, this is Cap Coldblood and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About. Today we'll be discussing something in Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. If you would not like any spoilers for minor story points in the game, then click away now because I'm not going to give you another shot at this because I simply have to talk about this. So, there is a character that you meet, Atris. A very interesting character that you meet. I'd say about maybe 8 or 10 hours into the game. I have always ranked as a Jedi, especially in the KOTOR games. Mainly, I rank as a Jedi character. I usually rank as a Guardian, then I try for Consular in these games. I have actually preferred the way of the Jedi. It's much more satisfying. It's very good. I mean, in my current game, I'm like 90% light side already. So all of this coming around for my characters in KOTOR, all of this coming around. Meeting Atris. I'm assuming you already know what I'm talking about, and I haven't gotten beyond our initial conversation, the very first one you have, that really long-winded one about Jedi ideals. I absolutely hate her! She is a terrible person. She personally wants you dead. She is one of the Jedi Council that threw you out of the Jedi Order. And she's got my lightsaber! She's got my dual-bladed, silver-crystalled lightsaber, and I felt like if I was actually in the game, which I actually like to do because it's really, really cool what they've done with the game. I love it. But I would have screamed, "That's my lightsaber!" and ripped it out of her grip and taken it as my rightful possession. Because she took my lightsaber and is holding it as a badge of shame against me. And she is an infuriating character. Her own moral compass is pointed so far north that she can't consider that maybe not letting everyone in the galaxy die in the Mandalorian Wars was a bad idea. Like, saving everybody was a bad idea, and I was exiled for that. Oh. Her character is so interesting. I love the character because always I have been against the prequel era Jedi and some of the Old Republic era Jedi because their teachings are flawed. You know, attachments have to be completely forbidden. It's not natural. You've got all these things going on. You heard what Luke Skywalker said in The Last Jedi. At the height of their power, they allowed Palpatine to destroy them and just everything. I always would participate in Order 66 if I could. But the problem is, I could never find a reason to hate Jedi. I couldn't hate Anakin. I couldn't hate Obi-Wan. I couldn't hate Mace Windu. I just couldn't hate any of them. I couldn't even hate Yoda, especially not Yoda. I couldn't hate Luke. I couldn't hate any Jedi for their solid beliefs. Atris is an exception to that rule. I hate her so much. I hate her for taking my lightsaber, for casting me out, for wanting me dead, and for her stupid, false Jedi beliefs. We have to be careful, we have to think about things. No, millions of people were dying. I stepped in there knowing virtually nothing about my character in the game. I stepped in there with Revan, and except for turning completely to the dark side, I saved everyone. See, this is why I love her so much, because she pointed out the backwards logic of what I did, and really I assume I was a general after the guy that I met on Telos. I assume I was a general, and I actually served in the Jedi Civil War, at least the Mandalorian Wars, and I may have killed a lot of Jedi. Atten may have as well, but all this different stuff. I hate. Atris. I can't even get that right. I know what she looks like. I know who she is. I want to kill her. The first opportunity I get, if it's an option, I will kill her. Now, I wanted the whole discussion to keep going in the first one, so I didn't challenge her. Plus, it'd probably be oh, you're so weak. I can't possibly challenge you. You're not even worthy of it. Speaking to the Handmaiden sisters even infuriates me as well, because they're like copies of her. It's like, I can take all of you. I have Force Lightning unlocked because it's just one of those powers that I like to have for bypassing shields. What I would do. And I'm like, and another thing I should say, she has my lightsaber. I harped on that. That's the main reason I really hate her. She holds my lightsaber. It's a double-bladed because I wanted to do that for this game, just because I never did it in the first one. But, I remember talking to Atten, and you might remember this as well. You talk when you're leaving Paragus. You talk to Atten about your lightsaber, and the first time I said it was a red crystal. I used a red crystal in there, and this time, because I had to add a bunch of stuff to the game to make sure it didn't break. You know what I'm talking about if you've done this before. I said it was a silver crystal. I just scrolled all the way to the bottom, looked through the options. I would have said either blue or silver, but I went with silver. And I feel I wanted to go for red because red is my lightsaber color, Jedi, Sith, Gray Jedi, whatever. Red is my color. I love it. It makes me feel powerful. But I do have to admit, when she pulled out the double-bladed lightsaber and ignited it, I was like, the sheen of the silver color on the crystal. I was like, oh, and I immediately, like, I have been waiting so long, literally over 12 hours of gameplay, not counting the 6 hours that I put into the game before I had to wipe my old save file after I left Telos, after I got to Telos. All this time, I've been waiting for a lightsaber. It's like 3 times as long as the wait to get your lightsaber in the first game. So she has my lightsaber. When I saw it ignite, I immediately felt a connection between me and my lightsaber. And I'm like, you give that to me. I want it. And, but to more focus and stop just emotionally freaking out, which is partly what I wanted to do in this video. It's just to freak out about how awesome KOTOR 2 is now that I'm back into it, how much Atris is great. I wanted to actually refocus on one of the points I made. Atris is the Jedi that makes you hate the Jedi. She is the one that you can unload all your stuff on. Bastila was arrogant in the first game, and you could be like, oh, your Jedi arrogance, all this. But Atris, she hates you. She's a hypocrite in a lot of ways. Most of us are. She's a hypocrite in a lot of ways. And her own Jedi teachings could have doomed the galaxy. I even pointed out, after the Mandalorians would have won, what would you have done? It was just like pure venom coming from her mouth. It was just, yes, I got under your skin. I just was able to infuriate her so much, and I loved it because I am a pure light side guy. I will give somebody 10,000 credits if they need it. I will go get somebody's daughter back on a distant planet. I've done every single light side thing that I can, no matter the cost. Kreia has been very, very vocal about those decisions. And I don't care, because I know things about her that I'm not going to spoil in this video. But if I had to kill one Jedi out of pure rage, it would be Atris. And I hope the opportunity comes up that I can reconcile with her, only to get my lightsaber, because then I'm going to stab her and kill her and shock her and do everything I can to make sure she suffers. I actually wanted to force choke, pick her up, and throw her off the side of the platform so she'd fall to a grisly death. I'd get my lightsaber back. But it's this kind of writing that I don't run into often in video games. Her actual character infuriates me. Like, Kreia is annoying, Atten makes you feel good, HK is funny, but it's this character, Atris, that really, really intrigues me in these kind of games, because what other character can make you have an emotional reaction like I've had through this whole video? It's just incredible. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen next. I also hate Kreia for invading Atten's mind. I don't care what he did. She shouldn't have done that. I hate her for it. I also hate Kreia for other reasons. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil in this video. But the writing of the characters, especially Atris, is creating an emotional reaction. I'm going to tell you, I literally had that conversation, the first one with her, saved the game, quit, came down here, started recording. So this happened immediately after that conversation, and my emotions are still going. Because I wanted to convey how excited I am for this game, and I never thought KOTOR 2 could be anywhere near as good as the original, but it's better. It's better than the original in the non-buggy state, and I cannot wait. The main thing I set out to do was grab a lightsaber, earn some awesome force powers, meet people and form relationships, and face the Sith Triumvirate: Darth Traya, Darth Nihilus, and Darth Sion. And I cannot wait to face all of them with my 100 force points, like 100 light side score, and just dual blade lightsaber every single character I run into. It's gonna be an experience, and I'm super excited. So I hope my enthusiasm has actually encouraged you to go buy the Knights of the Old Republic series, KOTOR. I really hope it has, because it's an amazing roller coaster ride, and it'll make you wonder why it was removed with the deal with Disney. It's one of the main reasons people are upset, and I do understand why. But Atris is not one of the things I'm sad about. So Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.